Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Eagle Politics. Make sure you guys like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So we're 39 days away from the 2024 presidential election, another polling day, another very good polling day for Trump, particularly out of one state. And we could look at some of these polls and we could see what they exactly show. He is narrowing the gap in New York State. He is currently, according to Rasmussen, which actually is relatively accurate historically in statewide races, despite the reputation that they have of like a right-leaning pollster. Most of their polls underestimated Trump in 2020 in these key states, and already Minnesota, you have a poll from Survey USA. Harris is up by 6 only, and then Rasmussen, Harris is up by 3. She's actually lost ground in Minnesota since she added the governor of Minnesota to the ticket. Hilarious how that's played out. But you look at Virginia, another poll, Harris by 3, which tracks with the modeling of the early vote data that we have right now. She's not in the position that she needs to be in, but also you have Trump up by 3 in North Carolina. You have Trump up by 1, according to Fox News, which is not really a right-leaning pollster historically. I mean, Fox News gets the reputation. They're the right-wing network. That doesn't really change the fact that their polling firm is run by a liberal and an ever-Trumper. They're not exactly the most, pro-Trump pollster, and they're showing Trump up by 1. He's tied in Pennsylvania. He leads in the full field in Pennsylvania. That is absolutely crucial for Donald Trump, because if he gets North Carolina, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, boom, he's the next president of the United States. That's the path to 270. But Arizona, that's the focus. And we have Morning Compost drop a Harris plus 3, which is, again, a laughing stock and to be expected. They were off by 8 points in the midterms in 2022, but somehow they're in the aggregate. Politico fired them, and then Bloomberg, for some reason, decided to hire them like they were some sort of good pollster that they could hire. Yeah, not exactly how it works. But you look at the polls since then, even post-debate, Trafalgar, Trump by 1. Surprisingly, Trafalgar is not one of the more bullish polls in the mix on Trump, but CNN had a Trump plus 5 that fell out of the aggregate. Emerson has Trump by 1. New York Times has Trump by 5. Rasmussen Trump by 2. Marist Trump by 1. Very left-leaning Marist shows Trump in the lead. And then you have Fox News, Trump plus 3. Their last poll, he was trailing in Arizona. Now he opens up a 3-point lead. And then this is a pollster, a left-leaning pollster out of USA Today Suffolk, which has underestimated Trump time and time again. And I don't even think that this result would potentially hold, but they have Trump up by 6 in the state. And, there's 10% undecided, but the fact is Trump is closing in on 49% in the state in the polls, which is what he got in 2020 in the state. He got 48% in 2016, but he was able to win by, 3 just because of the third parties. And if he's going to hit 49.5, given the third-party vote share probably being more than 1%, he's going to take the state of Arizona, and that is crucial. Kamala Harris is left in the dust. And it's like, wait a minute, Arizona, they said Republicans would never win Arizona. They said especially a Trump Republican could never win Arizona. Again, what's happening? And it's because people have this misunderstanding of politics. You're seeing what's going on in Arizona. You have the border crisis at the southern border that is hitting Arizona hard. You have 425,000 criminals that have entered the country, according to the most recent report. This isn't just the people. Yeah, you have, arguably 10 plus million. We may even have more than that. Those are the ones we know of that have come in under Biden. But then like 4 or 5% of those people that we know of, these are the people we know of. And according to, the current deputy director of ICE, you have almost 500,000 known criminals. That doesn't count the unknown ones. That's crucial. And these people are on the streets of this country. That's more than the population of the city of Miami, Miami City proper. You could fill Comerica Park in Detroit, I think 11 times with that many criminals, or close to that. And Trump is right. Other nations are dumping their criminals into our country, and our leadership is allowing it. They're aiding and abetting it. That's a problem. And Republicans are cowards on this issue, by and large. They've been cowards on the border issue because they think, the left's going to like us if we're like a little bit sensitive, they say. Or, we're going to alienate Hispanics. That's what they said before Trump. They said we had to give amnesty so we could get more of the Hispanic vote. And the facts couldn't be further from the truth. because you're basically pandering to people who aren't even citizens. You're not pandering to Hispanic Americans if you're giving out amnesty. And in terms of what that does is the Democrats are the party that wants to give the free handouts. You're not going to get those voters, period. But Donald Trump, touching base on, the struggles today under this economy, touching base on the immigration issue, he's winning Hispanic voters in the process. And that's something the GOP establishment, they made the miscalculation. The Democrats made the miscalculation regarding the Hispanic vote. And they're starting to, in some places like South Phoenix in 2020, they move right when other groups move left. And you're kind of seeing a little bit of racial depolarization, especially among those, second, third generation Hispanic Americans. And in terms of the election swingometer, which we love so much, and analyzing the demographics, people get this, misunderstanding. Oh, it's like a state that's super like college educated white, and they're significant there more so than other states. But 42% of that electorate is white non-college, and I don't think Kamala Harris is hitting the numbers with them that Joe Biden even hit. And a little bit of a shift there gives Trump the state. You look at the white college vote. I think Trump among white college men is going to be stronger. Especially in like the younger generations, I think he's going to gain. Among women, he might lose some, but all in all, let's just say he does go down a couple points, and Harris gains a point or two over 2020. Already, that's not a big shift back in her column. We'll leave the black vote alone, but the Hispanic vote, it's possible Trump, even if he just gets up to 40, he's not going to probably win the Hispanic vote, but let's say he gets up to around 40, he flips Maricopa County red. He could win the state by more than 2 points. You have the border issue, and you have registration data that's looking very good for Republicans out of Arizona. So is it possible that Arizona could be a strongest swing state? Absolutely. It's not really a part of the main path to 270. Georgia, North Carolina, and then you have Pennsylvania. But it opens the door for more paths. If he doesn't get Georgia for some reason, he can make up for that and then some with Arizona and Nevada. And just in terms of what's going on, it's a state that is got a lot of retirees, where you talk about COVID being more of a scare factor in 2020. That's kind of off the table. And you also have a lot of young people who have been moving to the right, especially young men. We got to get them out and voting for sure, but that's a recipe for success for Donald Trump. And if he's able to get the turnout he needs, which the ground game has been ramping up there, you have TP Action, they're having a very big presence down in the state of Arizona, which is where they're headquartered. Yeah, this is a state. It's not being talked about a lot, but you talk about the demography, you talk about the revitalization of the Arizona Republican Party in the registration data. It looks good for Trump. And in part of it, it's because of Donald Trump among these, working class Americans. Yeah, you bled a lot of these like neocon McCain types in eastern Maricopa County. There's not a lot more that Trump could necessarily bleed there, and a lot of them would be leaving the Republican Party anyways. The question is, how do you get your base out? How do you, get out your base to win? Because the problem with the midterms in Arizona, and partially why the polling was inaccurate, was because there was a significant undercount, according to the exit polls, of working class voters, period, which Kari Lake improved with over Trump. But the problem was that she did a little bit worse with the, college voters of all backgrounds. And that was kind of an issue for her in terms of the turnout. And, maybe some of that was the election day stuff as to why you did see lower turnout, among other things. But still, we got to vote early. If you can, bank your vote. You can always watch your vote. And that's another thing I wanted to touch base on, too, in this video, because there's been a lot of people that say, well, 2020, all this stuff, they're concerned about this election. But there have been so many safeguards that have been put in place by the RNC. They are doing a lot to ensure election integrity. Michigan, a big win out of Michigan, where the state will only count ballots after the proof of signatures has been verified, which is absolutely huge and a great step in the right direction. You've got mail-in ballot requests down 80% plus in most states from 2020. This is an election the Democrats are going to struggle to get their people to the polls, more so than, they're going to be able to get everybody to, be digitally targeted. They mail them ballots. We'll see how this thing shakes out. But right now, the polls, North Carolina looks good, Georgia looks good, Arizona looks good, and even Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, it's neck and neck in those states. And how many times have we seen polls, especially this far out, in those places underestimate Donald Trump? So we got to keep going. We got to keep fighting. We got to win this election. But keep in mind, this is more promising data for Donald Trump and another warning sign 39 days out for Kamala Harris. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Like this video down below, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Red Eagle out.